Now, let's talk about this unsupervised learning where you do not teach the computer anything. For example, there's no training like this, and yet you still demand to know something. You demand the machine to tell you something. So how is that done? So I'd like to show you. Please go to Language Intro. Click here and choose Elementary Introduction Book. If you don't see this here, you need to go to Chapter 22, I think. 22, Machine Learning. Go here. So if you happen to be in different locations, all you got to do is just click here and go to Chapter 22. Okay, I'm already there. I'm going here because this is an excellent book to learn Mathematica from, but also it has an example that I want to show. So we saw the classify before, but we are going to do unsupervised learning here. If you scroll down, then you will run into this. So feature space plot is an example of unsupervised learning. So I want you to copy this here and then go to the bottom of the document until your cursor becomes flat like that. Click and then paste it. We have this massive numbers because these colors are represented as numbers here. But it's one and the same actually. But I want to make it more interesting, neat and clean like this. So let's do a surgery. So please click right after the bracket, but before the curly bracket, and erase everything on the left side. And go to, actually let's give a name. Let's while you're standing here, type colors equals. So you have a colors equals and curly bracket. Then go to the end and erase, go to click here, go there and click and erase that bracket only. That's it. And then do Shift Enter. And you will see them in the full color as we did here. Okay, so now these are colors. You don't have any label saying what they are, but you still are going to demand them to be classified. But by what? That's the thing. You do not specify. So what we type is a feature, this one, feature space plot. Okay, open bracket, and then you type colors, close bracket. So these are going to be plotted according to their similarity. You can tell this are similar and those are similar and so on, but without us telling what those colors are, we didn't know how to group them is the question. Shift Enter. I accidentally pressed another line here. There we go. It classified them. This is accidental that I didn't mean to do this. Let's do it again. Control Z, Command Z. Here we go. So what I wanted to do was this. Let me get rid of this guy here. Delete. Get rid of this guy. And Shift Enter. And I have this. So it classified them. It just plotted the color in a space here. But you can tell they group by their similarity. So in other words, if I am given a mysterious color and I wonder where they belong, this plot would tell you where the new one would belong. If it goes near her, then we know this is that near that color. You may say, that's so obvious. Why do I need this? Because this could be pictures of tumors. When you look at them, they all look similar to you, but they are different types of tumors. And then you are given a new image, and somebody's asking you, which is this one is similar to? Then you just feed in here, and then we'll group them, and you know where your new data went. So that's how you know. Oh, this could be the characters of alphabets that you do not know. Talking about alphabets, let's do one. So here, I'd like to show you how this works. I'm clicking here, so it got copied. Come here, and then I'm pasting it. So what's happening is this is turning the number into letters. So let me show you how this works. Should I show you how it works? Let's not. I will just show you this one here. I will show you when I do it in more detail. So here, when I do this, these are the alphabets that you know of, But do you know how to cluster them? Is the question. Let's do Shift Enter. These are alphabets you're so familiar with, you never probably thought you gave any thoughts on it. But here, as the results come out, which will come out to be this, it's telling you a different story. I'm getting a different output here. Interesting. So it's saying I and J are similar. In a way, they are, right? Sometimes you got confused. And T and F, they are kind of mirror image of each other, and they say they're similar. X and K has this kind of crossing, so they're similar, they're saying. Okay, I accept that. P and B are similar. H and N are similar. We often get confused about this. D and Q, now you see, yeah, there are similarities, and so on. So this, in the other one, Y and V got grouped here, but here it wasn't. And these were kind of, L and I were closer, but here L is kind of distant. It all depends on how you think about it. There are options that allow you to choose which way, or which aspect you want to emphasize. But what I really want to emphasize, show you, is this one here. So let's click here. And then come here until your cursor is flat. I'm going to close this guy. And then paste it. It didn't get copied. Let's go copy. Okay, it got copied. I didn't mean this, so I will delete this here. Click here and then paste it. There we go. So this is an interesting exercise. There are pictures of cats, and there are cars and chairs. Would they know what belongs to each other? If they went for the dark background, this one and this one should have a similar background, and so does this. If they went for the color, this color and this colors are similar. But would they know what these objects are and classify them correctly? Let's do Shift Enter. I got an error. I think I got to get rid of this extra line at the end here. There we go. And then here, Shift Enter is initializing data. It may take a while, so I will pause the recording and then come back. Finally, the results came out. This is the picture that it drew for us. Let's resize it. So it correctly put all these chairs together. Somehow it realized the chairness of the chairs. And then these are cats. I think if you see a closer one, there is some kind of similarity. Maybe not as the cats, but as the backgrounds. So blank background went together, and busy background or darker background went together. And these are the cars. So this is the unsupervised learning. You didn't say anything about what pictures you're looking at. You just asked the computer to group them, and it grouped them. So when you have vast amount of data, then you let computer to classify them without any instructions. It may find some interesting groups. Then again, it may not. It may find groups that are not interesting. Who knows? But this is the idea of the unsupervised learning.